Hello beautiful people, my name is Bridget and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be reviewing a concealer. I'm testing out two different colors of the new Ofra Perfect Cover Concealer. Now I am very particular about concealers. I like what I like, but I'm always open to trying new things because I'm always hoping for that next new holy grail product. So today we're testing out this one. I'm going to try it on my skin. I have dry skin. My under eyes are pretty normal, like my under eyes aren't flaky or anything. So this is what we're testing out today. Let me tell you what it says on their website. So it says this is a cruelty-free, blendable, nourishing, smoothing, conceal and correct under eyes with this radiant, long-wearing formula that blends perfectly into a natural finish. This retails for $22 each. That's what we're testing out today. And yeah, I'm excited, but let's go ahead and get started. Before we get to the try on portion of this video with that concealer, let's talk about today's sponsor. I want to thank so much for working with me again. It's always a pleasure, and I think you guys know where this is going because I always talk about them, and you know, whether it's sponsored or not, I talk about them all the time. But that is Dossier. So I love Dossier fragrances because they're affordable and I'm not wasting money. You guys know I'm a girl on the budget just like all of you, and Dossier gives you the same high-end luxury fragrances you get at like Macy's, Sephora, Nordstrom, all the fancy places at a fraction of the cost. So let's say you have a signature scent that you love, but it's high-end. You're just like, everything's inflated right now. Prices are crazy. Don't want to do that. You can check out Dossier. They have dupes for all those high-end fragrances. They smell just as good. They have beautiful, clean, clinical packaging, and you can save up to like $300 on it because some high-end fragrances cost that much, and Dossier fragrances start at only $29. So let's talk about two of their scents. This one is Ambery Mint. It is a dupe for Versace's Eros, and it is a 15% concentrate. Ambery Mint is so pretty. I love their packaging too. This one, I've already sprayed the scent on the card. It smells light and fragrant and like has a little bit of muskiness on the undertone of it, but it's like, it's fresh. I would say this definitely could be a unisex fragrance for anybody who wants to like try it out. And then also, let's talk about the other one, which is Gourmand White Flowers, which is a dupe for Viktor and Rolf's Flower Bomb, which is a very popular fragrance. If you guys know fragrances or anything about it, that one is always so expensive and in demand. So Gourmand White Flowers, beautiful packaging. It has top notes of bergamot, green tea, and freesia with berries, middle notes of white flowers, orchid, and rose, and base notes of musk, patchouli, caramel, and vanilla. This one's more of a musk, but it has that sweetness to it. Like, it's not overly masculine, but it does have masculine tones to it. This smells like you would like find in like a nice high-end den type bar, like a lounge. It smells nice and it smells expensive. So if you guys want to check out Dossier, I will leave them top of the description box. You won't regret it. Some of you guys have tried it and let me know about it, like your experience with it, and it's always been positive, and I really appreciate that. And also, Dossier you can find at some Walmart stores now, which is really cool, seeing the display and everything, because I saw one in mine and I was like, oh, I know them. So I will leave them linked down below. You can use my link and I'd appreciate it. Now let's get into trying on this concealer. Okay guys, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna apply it. Obviously, I need to put foundation on, but I do want to share the two shades that I have today. I have Fair Ivory and Fair Porcelain. Honestly, Ivory looks a little more yellow, Porcelain looks a little more gray. However, they're both very similar. So I'm gonna do one on one side, one on the other. I also have their Perfecting Puff here. It's like way squishier and like softer, like squish, squish, squish. It has a lot more give than the average beauty sponge. But I figured since I was using their concealer, I might as well use the puff to go with it. I'm gonna put foundation on. My face is already primed, and yeah. For foundation, I'm gonna use the UOMA Beauty Say What foundation, and this is in the shade T1N White Pearl. I like this foundation coverage and that it's like, I picked this one because it's kind of the same price point of Ofra. It's like kind of in the middle. Like, it's not affordable, but it's not like overly high-end either. Alright, this is how my face looks with foundation. Obviously, we have the under eye problem going on. So I'm going to take Fair Ivory on this side. And let's see, again, this one's a little more yellowy looking than the other one. Let's see, I like the flat-ish doe foot. Let's get a vibe. I'm just gonna apply that because I don't know. It's kind of a thicker consistency for a concealer, which I'm not anti-thicker consistency, but I don't know how much it's gonna blend out. So I'm gonna use that one, and then Fair Porcelain is gonna go on. See, like, it's not, like when I put a glop of like Shape Tape or the ColourPop good one, the Pretty Fresh ColourPop one. I put a blop there and it's like a lot on top. This one is just like more dry. I'm going to use the same color to touch up little spots on my face where needed. And when I say usually it's like a glop up kind of concealer that I'm used to, it's just that this is drier and thicker, which, you know, personal preference. I don't mind either one. Okay, ready to blur. So I don't want it to dry down. I'm going to blur this side out first. I do like this color. It's a little more brightening. And it blends very well. This puff is so squishy soft. I feel like I'm going to squish through it. So here's the concealer under this side. Okay, let's just blur this side out before it gets too dry. I still see all of my problems. Okay, so here are my under eyes. So my under eyes are inset, obviously. That's not the problem. The problem is I still see all the discoloration. All the discoloration. Look at all this blue coming through. I'm gonna do another layer. So ivory on this side. I don't want to see the blue coming through. It's called Perfect Cover. Yeah, Perfect Cover concealer. Cover my undertones here because this blue is not... The blue is aging me right now, you know? So I'm not going to touch up any other pieces of my face. I'm just going to touch up the under eyes with a second layer. This shade I like, but it's more gray, less brightening, I guess. Okay, so here's my under eyes again. If I turn you a little more towards the sunlight, we can see. Like, do we see all that blue coming through for a Perfect Cover concealer? The only thing that matters is how my face looks when it's all said and done. So I'm going to take some Anastasia Vanilla setting powder directly onto the Puffy Puff. And I'm going to set my under eyes so it's already kind of how do I show you this without being like in my face? You're in my face. Creasing. We have creasing already, so I'm going to set it. I'm going to touch it with my finger a little bit to uncrease it. I'm going to set it with the setting powder. Just really lock this on. If you don't use setting powder, I hope you like creases with this because it's creasy. You know, I do have a discount code with Ofra. It's code porcelain. Not that it matters because I don't think they're going to like me after not liking this concealer, but I gotta be real. Like, no, I don't know. So I'm gonna set the rest of my face, finish it up. I'll be right back. All right, guys, so this is the finished look. I can still see blue coming through my under eye situation, but it doesn't look the worst. Like, I feel like from far away, you know, it looks fine. Like, my makeup looks okay today. I don't love it because I just see this coloration still coming through. My face is very dry, so my makeup's not gonna look like the most fantastic in the world today. But like, it could look better. So I'm not really sold this is worth $22 each. As far as the color goes, if you have a very similar skin tone to me, I would probably go with Fair Porcelain. It's not as brightening, but it's very cool. This one has a little more warmth to it, which doesn't really, you know, I don't know. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you think of this concealer down below. I know this is a quick and short video, but I've been meaning to do it, and I just, you know, most people are taking like YouTube breaks during January and February and everything because AdSense is like none. So I understand why people take breaks at the beginning of the year, but for me, I just still want to make videos, even if they're the longest ones in the world. I love doing this. So thank you guys so much. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you later. Be sure to check out Dossier at the top of the description box for a fragrance that is high-end for a fraction of the cost. And I'll see you guys later. Have a lovely and safe day wherever you are. Bye, guys.